Hello and welcome back to another episode of the All Sports Podcast with the double BT, Caden Mackey and Harrison Keeling. Well, boys, another episode. Here we go. We're minus one tenant today because he's got stuck on grand final duty. So pretty exciting for the young kid. But we'll talk to another BT here in Bo Tenant. How are you, mate? How was your weekend?
Yeah, it was good, mate. Good. Yeah, still a bit dusty from
Yeah,
silly Saturdays. But now we're here. I couldn't have thought of a better place to be on a Tuesday night. Yeah, keen for this episode.
yeah, love that, mate. How does it feel to not have footy training on a Tuesday? A bit different.
Yeah, it was a bit different. It was a great day for it. So I did end up going for a bit of a run and got down to Energy Fitness, home of the Dolphins. So
Yeah, love that,
it
mate.
was good. It's good.
Love it. And now we go over to Caden. Caden, mate, how was your weekend?
G'day, Harry. I'm going well, thanks, mate.
It's good, mate.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Get up to much?
Uh, no, not really. I went to the footy Thursday night, Collingwood, Melbourne, and then I went to the Saints Giants game with you. Actually, forgot
Yeah.
about that. And then Sunday, I mowed the lawns actually on Sunday. Got
10
the
out of
ride
10
on out.
sun right there.
Yeah, got the ride on out and the whippersnipper and
Yeah. The old stag would be happy with you.
yeah, and then I went to Eastland with Steg. So
Bit of father-son bonding time, I see.
yeah, yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd love that with him.
You're a fuckwit, mate.
Well, should we get on to the early start then? Should we talk about the footy?
I reckon we've got to, don't we? It's finals footy.
Alrighty. Well, I'll get us started if you're ready.
I'm fucking ready.
Footy, 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 footy.
Can I just ask that Woody and that
Yeah.
song go well together?
I was a
Like,
bit cold, so I thought, well, I might chuck an hoodie on for this.
Does Annalise know you're wearing hers?
No, she's gone to the gym, so I stole it while she left.
Yeah, smart.
So
Smart.
that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
boys, how good is footy?
Yes, I love that. How
That
good's
was
footy?
that was a great week of finals action, and the AFLW. Wow, how good!
Just a quick question, Bo. Obviously, you're a Richmond supporter. You've been in the finals a fair bit recently. How was it sitting back and watching finals out your team being in there? Was it different? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, actually, it was a bit weird. It was a bit weird, but like as I said to many people, if we finish last the next 5 years, I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
After seeing those three flags, but it was a bit different. I am on the Collingwood bandwagon, Dossa.
Oh,
So
hello.
I love watching them this year. So I hope they get the chocolates. It'll be good for the game as well. Like they got the biggest supporter base. So but yeah, I was watching all the games. I was into it. So it was good.
Yeah, it's great. Finals footy. We'll start off with the Thursday night game, Collingwood and Melbourne. Collingwood defeated Melbourne 9-6-60 to Melbourne 7-11-53. Surprised 7-point winners through to a prelim. I was at the game. The atmosphere was fucking off its dick. It was crazy. Shit weather early, but then it turned into a lot better. Rain fucked off pretty much as the game started. But yeah, as a Collingwood supporter, I was pretty happy with the start that we got off to. Bobby Hill was electric in the forward line. Kicked his two. I think he kicked 3 for the game, 2 in the first quarter. So he provided a bit of a threat for Melbourne defenders. But I think Collingwood defence was where they won the game. Like, as I said last week, Melbourne's game is to gain territory and keep the ball in their forward line and then press teams up and make it difficult for them to transition the ball. But I think our defence, like Darcy Moore, was good back in the team. Maynard played well. Murphy, even Isaac Quainer was great. So,
Quainer was good. He was
yeah,
really good.
I've seen a few reports of like expert opinions saying Collingwood were lucky to win that. You could probably say we were a little bit lucky with Melbourne's inaccuracy, but I think we won the battle of where the game was going to be won. Like I said, if Melbourne can gain territory and score from that, then they'll win. And they did that, but our defence held up and didn't allow them to score. But obviously that last quarter was a little bit nerve-wracking. I think my nails are still fucked from it. So Harry sent me a message in the fourth quarter. He said, "How are you feeling?" And I don't think I replied till Friday morning when I was actually feeling all right. So
Yeah, you were struggling. You were a bit nervous, mate. And knowing the way you watch footy, I would have hated to be the bloke standing next to you.
no, I actually didn't say a thing in the last quarter. Like I did not open my mouth.
Serial killer vibes.
I was that nervous. I just thought Melbourne are going to come hard here, and then I said I said to myself, if we can limit if they kick 2 goals I said, what did I say? If they haven't kicked 2 goals 10 minutes into this last quarter, I think we'll be safe. And they kicked fucking 2 goals in the first 3 minutes. So, but yeah, good atmosphere. Finals footy's great to watch. Obviously, through to a prelim, get Nick Dacos back, which would be handy. And now, some breaking news, boys. Do we break the news or?
I think you got to break the news, mate. Give it to us.
Braden Maynard has been cleared, so we'll have a little bit of a discussion about this.
Yeah, well, what did you boys think? What do you think, boys think? You reckon he should have got it? Like, got it in weeks, or?
I don't even know why it was bloody sent to the tribunal
I
in the first place.
I agree.
I heard a rumor that Michael Christian said it's fine and doesn't need to be looked at by the match review panel, and then the new lady came in and told him it has to go straight there. So that's what I heard.
What a fucking idiot. Like, you just stepped into the role and you're fucking asserting your dominance already. Like, get fucked, seriously.
I think it's a poor look, though, when they send him and he doesn't even get any weeks. Like, that's a pretty poor look.
But that's what happens with the tribunal, though. He could have...
Yeah, but don't you think it's a poor look, though, if you send someone because you think it's that bad and they end up getting off?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think he should have got away scot-free, but then I also thought they'd give him a week just because he got concussed in the first place. Like,
yeah,
if he didn't get concussed, this would be a different story. Did you also say that we're like bringing a biomechanic to have a look at the incident? Like,
yeah, I saw something about that.
They do it all the time, though. They do it, everything they do. They bring a biomechanist in to like analyze the way the body moves and why certain things happen.
But it's football. It's real life. They were slowing it down, and it's like
I think slowing it down is stupid. It doesn't know. Stupid. Like they slow it down to like frame by frame, but in that like split second, your brain makes a decision. Like his brain would have made a decision to brace himself, and so he did it. Like in slow motion, it's gonna look 10 times worse than in normal motion. That one.
But apparently, one of the reasons why they got off was because they had the end-to-end view of it, and you look, Brayshaw kicks it and he veers into where Braden Maynard's like coming, so it's like you use it
so like move towards it.
He like moved into, like, if you think of it of 2 cars, Brayshaw's in the left lane, Maynard's in the right. Brayshaw kicks it, then veers into Maynard's lane.
I get you.
So Maynard had nothing else to do, but
I did see a thing where Maynard said he wasn't actually expecting to land near him at all, and then all of a sudden he had to brace. So I did see that in one of his statements.
You could see him like turn to the left, like as he's like braced, and he's tried to move to the left anyway. So this whole thing is a bit of a joke, but it's good that he got off and he can play.
I agree.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I think the MRO just sent it to the tribunal because they didn't really want to make the decision. Because even if like Michael Christian had just waved it off, you could imagine how much debacle there would have been.
Yeah, there would have been worse than it.
Yeah, so I'm glad that they sort of like broke it down every bit that they could. And you got to...
Yeah, I'm glad he got off.
Yeah, I'm glad he got off, but you got to feel for Brayshaw.
You do. Apparently he was up in it, running around at training though, which is a good sign for him.
Yeah, he's had a few. I think he's had a scan on his brain or something.
Yeah, he had to. Did you see the whole thing about Maynard going round to Brayshaw's place?
Yeah.
And a few
Melbourne players were there, and they were in the room and had to leave the room when he came over.
Probably that garden gnome fuck, Max Gorn.
And Jack Farney.
Yeah, Jack Farney, little man syndrome, fucking wanker.
Yeah, did you see like when Brazzy was trying to see if he's all good. And Gorney's like telling him to get away from him. Like,
Yeah. It all erupted again
honestly.
because it came up on the big screen. So it all calmed down. And then Viney saw it on the big screen and he went straight for Maynard. Like,
Yeah.
it all calmed down and Viney made it fucking break out again. So,
Yeah. Oh.
But we
Interesting
move
one then, at
on.
least.
yeah, move
Yeah.
forward. But
Yeah. Van Ryan not playing, though. You reckon it's a big loss for Melbourne?
no, I reckon they'll go
Yes.
small.
Yeah,
You
they go
reckon?
small.
Yeah.
I reckon it's Matt.
Sorry, Bo, you go.
I was going to say it's massive because they don't have a forward line itself. Like,
Yeah.
Grundy's not a good forward. So,
Do you reckon they
but
bring
I
Grundy in, though?
agree. I reckon they do. Like,
Yeah.
As a key forward who can pinch it in the right?
I would have
think they
said
have
they'd
to.
play Petrarca one out in the square, but with Brayshaw going down, I don't know if they can even.
I don't know if they
do
can.
that.
I think Petrarca's got to stay in the middle, and I think they bring Grundy in. I think they have to.
And they're going to bring Spargo in, I reckon. So,
Yeah, I reckon that they might. What they could do is they might bring Harms or James Jordan in
Yeah,
just to release Petrarca forward for patches, but
he's a dangerous forward. I'd
Yeah,
like to release him if
yeah.
I was them.
fucking
yeah.
We'll move into the Friday night game. Does anyone want to go through this game, or are you happy for me to?
I can go through the game if you want to watch a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
can
of
go
it.
through it. Yeah, go for it.
Well, my Blues, who I used to go for when I was younger, defeated the Swans by 6 points. So, any of you boys watch the game?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you think Carlton were going to choke? Because it certainly looked like they were going to.
Absolutely.
I
They
thought
looked like it.
I thought they were just going to get run over.
Yeah. They
But
looked like it in the last.
yeah, they were definitely the better team up till probably halfway through the third quarter, and then we just kind of started falling off the wagon. And I thought could be in for a bit of an upset here, but Carlton held on. But I thought it wasn't even their big name players that did it. It was more of their
Role players.
fringe role
Yeah.
players that did
Dos-
the job for him.
Doss's best mate Patrick Cripps had another average game. Like
Yep.
he averages 20 touches a game and he got in the All Australian team.
Yeah,
The squad.
He kicked that good goal, but fuck, it wasn't holding the ball. Like he clearly the tackle slid.
Blake Acres won him the game.
Right. Blake Acres was good, yeah. Even
Him and
Cottrell.
Yeah, him and Cottrell, probably their two best players.
Fuck, watching that game, I was getting really frustrated. I don't even go for Sydney. The amount of times
They turned it over at the end there.
Yeah, but they just kicked it straight to Carlton players. Like
It was bad.
their foot skills were shit house, and then every time Earl Goulden got the footy, it was like a touch of Matt Gold.
He's pure class, that man.
He only had 20 or something touches, but it felt like he had 40. Like
you'd want to give him
3 he had
5-year deal.
Oh, for sure.
They'd be throwing some serious cash at him.
Yeah,
definitely.
Oh,
Blues keep rolling on.
How about that next game though on the Saturday schedule?
It was a tough watch. Frustrating watch. Watching that game, you can ask Caden. I wasn't very happy.
Yeah, we're sitting near the St Kilda cheer squad, Bo, and before we had, well, fuck, there's 100,000 seats at the MCG, and me and Harry, we got there pretty early, and it was pissing down rain, so we went to find like some ponchos or whatever. $10 for a poncho, might add. Fucking rip off. Anyway, it stopped raining, so we went and got a pizza, crust pizza, bloody beautiful. And then we're walking back down to our seats, and Harry and his missus were ahead, and I was at the back. And we turn into the row where our seats are, and I hear someone yell out, Dossa. I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck? Did I just hear my name? And Harry didn't hear it because he's deaf. Yeah. And I was looking around, and Harry and Annalise sat down, and I sat down. 2 seats up for me, Riley Baxter.
Wow.
One of our mates.
Yeah, shout out to him. Was he there with his nana?
Yeah, and he goes, I just took me nan to the Royal before the game. And I looked over at his nan. His nan just had the biggest smile on her face. She goes, it was great. Gone. Oh, fuck.
Nah,
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, it's just a small world. But we were sitting near the St Kilda cheer squad, and there was some very unhappy Saints fans. And to be honest, they definitely had a reason to be unhappy. The umpiring was disgusting, I thought.
Was pretty shocking.
But
Yeah, just
St Kilda didn't help themselves at all, but there was also some
what was
shocking
that?
free kicks which resulted in goals for them.
Yeah. It was 17 to 16 free kicks, so it was
yeah,
fairly even. But I did watch that it did cost more goals for GWS. Like they got
St
a
Kilda
few more
didn't do them
goals
any
from it.
favours though. They'd get back to within 2 or 3 goals, then they'd let them kick 2 or 3 in a row.
yeah,
That was their problem. They
that's
couldn't
what
get a
killed
run
him.
on.
Tom Green
Yeah,
killed
I
him
def
in the
Tom
middle.
Green dominated. Him and Briggs just dominated the middle.
Yeah, but fuck, looking at this, Royal Marshall had 31 touches, Harry. I
Yeah,
didn't
but
know that.
in the ruck, you
Yeah,
could
in the
see
ruck.
that
Yeah,
in the ruck he got dominated.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
Briggs had. Yeah,
Briggs had 30 odd hit outs, probably 10 more than
yeah, 10 mil to Marshall. Yeah,
Keith. I don't know how he's still getting a game.
yeah. He's a fucking dopey. Fuck that guy.
But yeah, Kilda's
Yeah,
backline was just falling apart a little bit.
yeah.
yeah.
It was just a ball movement though. Like there's not
Was
much
ball
work
movement
he
was
could have
so
done.
good. Tom Green just took the piss.
He did. He's just an inside bull, isn't he?
He is just looked too good.
And he's like, I haven't watched a whole hell of a lot of GWS this year, but I had Tom Green in my fantasy team, and he was always good for touches and that. But I didn't think his touches were very effective without watching him.
No, I know what you
But
mean.
watching him on the weekend, he was classy. Like
He was electric.
his ball use was fantastic. So he's going to be one to look out for Port this week. So
Yeah, love it, mate.
anything else on this game? Wasn't
No, not
too.
really. Do you think GWS have a chance against Power?
Uh,
I actually do.
yeah, I actually think they're going to be favourites going into this game, but
Yeah.
I think you can't rely on two like 21-year-old, 21, 22-year-olds. Like you can't rely on Butters and Rosie. Ollie Wines looks defeated.
yeah,
I think they're a good chance.
Do they have a key forward though, Port? They'll have no Marshall this week, don't they?
Well,
Or
that's
Dixon's
it.
back.
potentially. Dixon's back.
Yeah.
The
They
big
got
Are they
no,
gonna
dude.
they got no backline though.
are they gonna bring in Georgiades?
No, he's done his ACL. He's
No,
out.
yeah.
That Ollie Lord played well, so we'll move on to the next game whilst we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Brisbane beat Port by 48 points. But yeah, that Ollie Lord kicked 4 goals, I think. Yeah, 4 goals. So what's wrong with Marshall? Is he injured?
Yeah, I saw on the news this morning. He's got an injury scare.
Okay.
And yeah, I can't remember, didn't really watch much more of the news, but I don't think he'll play.
So they got Williams, Marshall, and Mackenzie all under injury clouds. Well, Dylan Williams is already ruled out. He did his hammy, so he's out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're just battered and bruised right now. Like it's pretty unlucky timing, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like GWS are full on like they're pumped after the win against Saints, so I reckon they'll get up.
Yeah, Brisbane looked pretty good as well, though.
They did. They look very good.
Had the Gabba absolutely rocking. Charlie Cameron, Country Road.
That
Hewitt,
guy's a freak.
he's good to watch. I love him.
He's as much as a lot of people think he's a flog, like he's
Yeah.
a player you want on your team, and probably the Aka effect of last episode probably got him the win, I reckon, boys.
Yeah.
Definitely did.
Did Blakey end up listening to Aka's call or not? No, he was at
I
the
don't.
pub, wasn't
Yeah, I don't know. He was too busy chewing off Morris Rioli's ear. He was at the pub, so he wouldn't have been listening in.
he? Yeah.
No.
But I think the standouts from the game, Joe Danaher obviously kicked a big bag of 5.
He was dominant.
Yeah. So there wasn't they didn't have many ball winners. It sort of reminded me of like an old Richmond style game. McCluggage
Pluggage was best on ground by a country mile.
Yeah, obviously 26 and a goal. So
26 pure touches, pure class touches.
I like to shout out Will Drew though for his effort on Lockie Neal. That's a pretty good effort. To hold him to 19 touches in a final.
Yeah.
And
And
he
also,
had
yeah.
he had a bit himself. So
Had
He's
more than Neil. He had 20.
yeah,
He's a good tagger,
yeah.
that's for sure. So yeah,
No, big final.
was a good game. Thought Port's inaccuracy probably cost them early. With I think it was Marshall missed two sodas in the first quarter, so that just shows finals footy's a different game,
It is. It is.
and you got to take your
Definitely.
opportunities. Anything else on the first week of finals, lads? Or
No, I reckon I wouldn't be surprised if. Well, I'm talking about week 2 here, but I wouldn't be surprised if there's an upset or two. If Melbourne go down, and if Port go down.
okay,
So
yeah.
I
Are
reckon,
you
yeah,
in straight sets for Melbourne and Port? That's your tip.
I reckon, yeah. I reckon the D's will have another early snow trip. So
Ooh, Jesus, there
yeah,
we go. I like it though.
Your tips?
yeah.
My tips, Carlton. I don't know. I think the Giants. I think the informed team, and I just feel like Port aren't going to have enough up forward to go to.
Yep.
So they're my two.
Uh, I'm gonna go Melbourne because I just think they'll respond. They still pretty much dominated that game against Collingwood, but their forward line wasn't able to put the score on the board. And I think Collingwood's defense is a lot better than Carlton, so I reckon they can crack them. But then Harry Mackay's out. Jack Martin, I don't know his
He's done.
tribunal
He
hearings.
won't get off.
You don't reckon?
Nah.
It's interesting because he's been given 2 weeks, so they're going to have to get it from 2 to 0.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
Well, I don't see him getting off. He'll get one probably. I don't reckon I reckon he might get off 2 just for it being reckless rather than intentional.
Probably lucky that Blakey didn't get knocked out. To be
Yeah,
honest.
exactly.
So obviously he's out. We'll say he's out and Mackay's out, and then Melbourne have got Van Rooyen out and Brayshaw out. So it's pretty much back to even with the out.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Melbourne. I think their smalls will get on top of Carlton's defense and break them open. But yeah, Carlton are looking all right. And then I'm going to have to go with the Giants.
Yeah.
In the other game. I think they'll get Cornelio back, won't they? You'd imagine.
Or you'd think they'd get Cornelio back.
Yeah. But then looking at this, last time Port played GWS was in round 22 at Adelaide Oval. And Power got them by 51 points. So,
But it is a different game, as we said.
yeah. And Port are a different side at Adelaide Oval. So, but
yeah,
you never know.
It'll be a cracker.
Will be a good game. So make sure we tune into that. So that's
I just love finals footy. There's nothing better than it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think that's about it, lads. Anything else on the AFL?
Yeah.
Just the stuff about Liam Henry choosing St Kilda most likely. That's about it.
Yeah, there's nothing really else to talk about.
No, just clubs in their delistings.
Yeah,
Nothing major really. No one that
Nah.
shouldn't have been so far.
Grundy, I think Sydney have been entered the chase. Was it Sydney and Port?
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Maybe Geelong as well. I'm not too sure. All right, we'll move on. Second topic. Do you want me? I'll talk about AFLW if you want.
Yeah, you can go for it, mate.
AFLW round 2 got underway on Friday night. Richmond took on the Crows at Icon, and the Crows were 29-point winners there. I think the Crows are going to be a one of the top teams at the competition this season.
I think North will be the number one, but I could see Adelaide being close.
Yeah, Ebony Marinoff had another good game for the Crows. Saturday, Gold Coast defeated the Eagles by 73 points. So I think the Eagles are fucking shit, to be honest, because I saw Brisbane beat the Gold Coast Suns by about 60 points in a practice match. So
there you go.
Yeah. Brisbane girls defeated Port Adelaide by 50 points on Saturday afternoon. Geelong defeated the Cats Geelong defeated the Swans by 27. Moved to the Sunday games. Hawthorn defeated Bulldogs by 7. The Pies defeated Freo by 21. The Kangaroos defeated the Blues by 60. The Bombers defeated the Saints by 12. And the Demons defeated the Giants by 77.
I watched that North game on tally, and holy crap, Jasmine Garner, she's going to win the Brownlow this year, I reckon. She is a star. Like, I was watching, I was just like, I didn't really know much about North Melbourne, and yeah, she had 36, a goal, 10 tackles. Like, that's a performance. So she's one to watch.
Good, Bowie. Love your knowledge.
Thanks, Az. But yeah, that West Coast game, gee, they are in all sorts as a whole. Like,
just as a club in general.
Yeah, they're in shambles. Obviously, you can see that Jamie Stanton kicked 6 as well. That's a big day out. So good on her. Shout out also, because I know Richmond lost, but this Monique Conti, she is a star as well. Like, she's been in the league for a while, but yeah, she's dominating as well. 29 goals. So,
And for her,
yeah,
I watched bit Collingwood Fremantle game on Sunday, and there was 2 players that really caught my eye. One of them was, I think I mentioned her last week, Brianna Davey for Collingwood. Did her ACL last year. Well, I'm not too sure when it was, but she's come back. I think she had 35 last week or something in a goal. She's backed it up this week with 19 a goal and 10 tackles. And she played she's a tough in and under, solid girl, a captain, and played a really good game. But I've got to read you this stat line by Kiara Bowers from the Dockers. She's had 23 touches and 17 tackles.
Fucking hell.
Jesus, that's
cracking in hard. But in this game, so Bowers had 17 tackles. Megan Koofman had 14. Grace Campbell had 11. Britt Benonci had 11. Bree Davey had 10. And Hayley Miller had 10.
A lot of 10 plus tackles there.
There's a lot of tackles in AFLW. Like,
I reckon they've probably had more tackles than I have in my whole career.
There was Collingwood had 94 tackles. Freo had
fucking hell.
Like, fuck, that's ridiculous.
It's a shitload of tackles.
And it wasn't wet or anything. It was just
the way it's played.
Yeah, in an under type.
Jesus.
But I think, judging by the first 2 rounds, the top 3 teams so far look like Melbourne, North Melbourne, and Adelaide.
Yes. Shout out Georgia Campbell for her first game, round 1.
Yeah.
I think we didn't really talk about it.
Got her in my AFL fantasy team, actually, on the interchange bench.
Yes. Big jumper.
Making me some money there, which is nice.
Yes.
I think that's a wrap on
about it.
AFLW. There's a few good games coming up in round 3, but we'll touch on that next week, I suppose.
Yeah, next week.
So we'll move on to the local footy. Bowie, did you want to take this or Harry? Or
yeah, I can take it if you want, boys.
Go on, Bowie. Give it a crack, mate.
Yep. So massive upsets. all round, I think we all know what we're about to talk about. I couldn't think of anything worse than going undefeated and then losing in the big one. But that's unfortunately what's happened to South Belgrave, going up against Mitcham in the first division final, 58-53. The scores don't really tell the story because Mitcham had like 6 or 7 scoring shots in the last quarter that were pretty easy, but missed. So yeah, they pretty much destroyed him in the last quarter. I felt like the big names didn't really step up for South Belgrave in that last quarter as well. Watching it a bit bung-eyed on Saturday. But yeah, like that's what do you boys reckon? That's one of the biggest upsets I think I've seen. Going into a grand final undefeated and then losing.
Yeah,
Bad. It's probably I would hate to do that. Like even no matter what, I think you got to lose a game throughout the year. Just no matter if it's like could be like the first round of finals, doesn't matter. I think you just have to lose one game going into the grand final.
Yeah. I wish it was that second round of finals. But yeah, they're Mitcham won't go up. And obviously we've already been through it. Doncaster go down from Premier and Park Orchards go down.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's Division 1.
Can I just say something before we move on? I
Yeah.
think I've heard a couple of rumors going around about South Belgrave changing a few things up than what they've done throughout the year. So I think there's a little bit of that little man in the South Belgrave camp got inside their head, I reckon. So I reckon they were a
Yeah.
little bit nervous and thought that they could lose, and they did, which is embarrassing and sucks shit. South Belgrave, honestly, fucking cockhead. We won't
Yeah.
name names, but you know who you are, mate. You're
I
fucking
think we all
shit.
know.
Should retire.
Yeah.
You're not there for the right reason, and you're an ugly cunt. So get fucked.
Love it, mate. Love that.
Hope he's listening,
Oh,
and I can't wait to fucking. No, he won't be playing next year. So anyway,
Blowing.
yeah, Doss, I don't think you're playing reserves next year, so you won't come against him.
I'm not playing vets either. So
Very good, Doss. Very good. I wish I had a chance to crack in, but unfortunately, I wasn't playing in the twos myself. So
and I
we
think that
move in.
the difference between you and him is that you go near the ball. He doesn't. So
He goes underneath people.
yeah, cockhead.
I'd class myself as getting almost touches, but we won't go into that. We moved to second division seniors. I think this one's probably the right result is what we thought. Baronia beating Heathmont 98-66. I watched a bit of that game too. And in the third quarter, the Guns stepped it up. The likes of Begley, Malice, they really stood up and got the win over Heathmont. Did any of you boys get a chance to watch that one?
Watched a little
Nah, I did
bit
not.
on the YouTube there. More so the first half than the second, but yeah, I was actually surprised. Heathmont really took it up to Baronia in that first half probably. But yeah, it was a bit, as you said, you always knew that Baronia's big boys were going to go to work in the second half and break the game open, which they did. So, but
Yeah,
I think that's their second flag now that they've won, and they haven't gone up. So
yeah, that's
it's
pretty lucky for them.
lucky, yeah.
Yeah, I thought Baronia's spacing in the forward line stood out for me as well. Like they were always one out. They always had one-on-ones.
Yeah.
And especially on Mitcham's ground, like that helps so much because the ground's not the biggest, but if you have that one-on-one matchups, it sort of does wonders for you.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yeah, it was obviously again no one goes up this year, so they've got another chance at winning the third grand final in a row. Upper Ferntree Gully go down and Knox go down for Div 2. So move into the big dance. I thought I'd leave it last because this is going to be a cracker. I'll be there. Boys, are you planning on going to the Premier Grand Final?
Yeah, I'll be going.
Potentially, not sure yet.
Yeah. Harry's got washing duties for Annalise's Udi, it seems. But we've got Rowville versus Vermont. It's going to be a cracker of a day, 25 degrees at Bayswater Oval. I think we all sort of knew that Vermont were going to beat Donny East. They've probably just got a bit too much class going into it. But yeah, did any of you boys catch that one as well? I know there's a lot of footy going on, but
Nah, I didn't catch any of that.
I didn't catch it either.
yeah,
I did speak
neither.
to Harry Banfield's dad, Dave Banfield, at the Box Hill game, and he was he's a man. I think he coached Vermont to a few premierships back in the day. He was
Yeah,
pretty
he did.
that Vermont should be able to overrun Donny East. So, and he was right. So,
Yeah, no, I'm keen. I'm keen for this game. Obviously, Rowville will be wanting a bit of revenge from last year. The game's going to be completely different conditions wise. Like it was hailing sideways. I think I went to the pub at third quarter. I was just like, nah, this is done. So, but yeah, keen to watch this one.
I'm like you to go to the pub, mate.
I'll see you at mine at 1 o'clock then, Bowie. Saturday.
Roger that. Roger that.
All right.
Who do you reckon will win though? This is a tough one. If you look at the past two games, Rowville has it's Rowville Vermont 1-1. So what do you boys reckon?
I'm going Vermont. I reckon they've just been too good the whole year, and I think they'll continue that.
I'm
Yeah.
going Rowville because I think they will want a little bit of redemption for last year. And I think they get Tyler Edwards and Mitch Schruck back from VFL duties. And I don't think they're going to get Jake Arundel.
He'll play Box Hill again, the way he played on the weekend.
I think he'll keep at Box Hill. So he's a massive out for them. But regardless, they've still got a very, very good team. And I think they'll be too strong for Vermont.
Yeah. Yeah, I reckon Rowville 2. I'm keen to see Lockie Wind. Like he's really in form, and this day will suit him in the nice sunny conditions. So yes, that'll be a good grand final.
Definitely. Looking forward to that.
Moving in. What do we got? We got NBL and the FIBA World Cup.
Is there? We got a little bit. Wandon lost to Narry Warren in the Outer East. So Wandon free this week, is it?
Suck shit, Wandon.
Yeah. That's a prelim, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, prelim.
And Phillip Island, your boys Bowie, got up by a point, so they'll take on Inverloch and the Granny this week.
The Conwackers.
Yep, love it.
Yep, that'll be good. That'll be a good sort of local game. Not really like local. It's 30 odd minutes apart, but they've had some good battles. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I wish I was watching that one, but unfortunately, cannot. So
we could go, but I think we'll go to Premier, won't we?
Yeah, I reckon it's that type.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. Yeah. Harry, you're up, mate.
NBL?
NBL and FIBA World Cup, I think.
Alrighty, so in the NBL, we had the Perth Wildcats the other week go over to Vegas to play the G League Knights. Two main things to come out of that were Bryce Cotton will probably win MVP again this year. And a young Alex Sarr, who's in the NBA academy and looking at the NBA draft for next year, absolutely dominated in the paint. I think he averaged 7 or 8 blocks or something like that.
Wow.
I think both his games were 15 plus points, 15 plus rebounds, 6 plus blocks. So
that's my career stuff.
He's an up and coming prospect who I think will flourish in the NBL. So he's one to watch this year, I reckon, for the Wildcats. In terms of what else is happening in the NBL, there's not a heap. Duop Reith signed with I think he trained with the Raptors today, I believe.
Yeah, I saw that.
So he signed with them. And in the FIBA World Cup, we had Germany take out the gold medal over. Who did they take it over?
Serbia.
Serbia, was it? Yeah. So took it over Serbia and Canada getting the bronze medal and USA finishing fourth.
Wow, that's a bit of a shock.
So I don't know if you boys have seen this, but Noah Lyles, who's a track and field athlete, went on saying who are the NBA players saying they're world champions of. They're only the United States champions. And this has all been at the front of the news over there because, well, the USA didn't win the World Cup. So are they really the world champions is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's a pretty good point.
So
Very
bit
good.
of controversy there with that.
Yeah, you got the Olympics, the World Cup, like that's the real sort of, I'd say, merit of where you are.
It
Exactly.
baffles me that they don't play their full strength sides though. Like,
Well, there's rumors that LeBron is making all the players come back to play in the 2024 in Paris,
I
the
saw
Olympics.
Rudy Gay put a tweet out today or yesterday saying they've got to bring back tryouts for the USA.
Yeah, I did. I saw that as well. But apparently, LeBron's opted into playing in the Olympics, and he wants Durant, Curry, and those type of names to play. So
Yeah,
could
they're
see a
really
big one.
they're really playing their like third or fourth side, aren't they? Like,
Not eight. It's more like sixth or seventh.
Yeah.
I think, yeah, you got like Brandon Ingram and who's I keep on forgetting his name. Minnesota, Anthony
Anthony
Edwards.
Edwards.
Yeah,
He's a superstar.
they're probably
Man,
the only
superstar.
two that might make it. But
I
they
agree.
wouldn't even they actually, yeah, I don't know if they'd even make it because
Anthony Edwards would make it 100%.
the
Yeah.
NBA is
Man's a
so
freak.
it's so run by like international players. You've got the last 4 or 5 MVPs. Like,
How come
yeah.
Jokic didn't play?
He's partying it up with his horse. That's why.
He loves it.
Or doesn't he?
Yeah.
But yes, that is the reason, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think that's about the only news. So in the FIBA and everything, we had Dennis Schroeder win the MVP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
Bit of
played
a
well.
surprise, like to him before the tournament, you wouldn't have picked him, but the way he played throughout, he dominated that tournament.
Put a little bit more money on his name, I think.
Oh yeah, well, last tournament that he played, he didn't have a contract either before it, so he made his money purely from a international tournament, which he's really done again this year.
Yeah. I think Josh Giddey got the best young player in the tournament as well.
Yeah, so he should.
Yeah. So that's good by him. He's going to be arguably, we've obviously got Andrew Gaze, but he'll be arguably one of the best Australian players we've ever had. So
He will be.
Yeah, definitely. I
But
agree.
that's about all I think for that. So we'll move on to the cricket, I believe it is. Any of you boys want to take this one?
I know nothing about cricket or the Big Bash, as mentioned before.
I think there's not much to touch on it, just the fact that I think who are we playing in the cricket at the moment?
Currently playing South Africa. So we beat South Africa in the T20s 3-0.
Yeah.
And I think we're 2-0 up in the ODIs, and Marnus has come in and just dominated.
Yeah, so that's on at the moment. There's a that playing as we speak, so it's the third ODI, third of 5 ODIs. We won the first one by 3 wickets.
Dominated the second.
The one Marnus came in and made 80 after Cam Green was concussed. And then the second one, hang on, just lost it. Second one, we won by 123 runs. Dave Warner and Marnus Labuschagne both scored 100s.
Yeah, Marnus dominated that game.
And then Adam Zampa took 4 wickets. So Australia, South Africa are batting first, and then none for 7 after 2 overs. So early stages of that game.
Nice.
But I think the Big Bash we spoke about last week with the draft and that. So there's nothing.
Yeah, I think that's about all for the Big Bash.
That'll be most of the Big Bash talk for a while, I'd imagine, till they start playing
I don't think there'll be too much more
trial matches and stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's everything that's happening
Who's
at the moment.
Who's touring this year during the summer? Do we know?
Might be Bangladesh, I think. I just have a feeling it might be Bangladesh and
Bangladesh?
Yeah.
Really? I don't think so.
Uh,
Might have to look that up, mate.
Pakistan,
Is it South Africa? They didn't really do.
South Africa will play in the women's.
Okay.
In terms of men, Pakistan and South Africa, or Pakistan and West Indies. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Not Bangladesh. Bangladesh are next year.
Interesting. Shout out to the as we go back to basketball, shout out to the Dolphin boys who are starting up a Tuesday night basketball team next week. So
Yep, get around it.
wish them all the best in their upcoming season and endeavours. So a few of our close mates are playing, including you, Harry. You're joining the team, mate.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the starting bench warmer.
Yep.
So
Uh,
someone's got to keep it warm.
What's your go-to move, Harry?
You want to see it, do you?
Oh
Ready?
yeah, go on.
You ready?
Go on. Jeez,
Ready?
yeah, for those
You like
who
it?
didn't really hear it, you might have to tune in on the YouTube video to see what happened there. That was very good. That was a very
Yeah.
good clap.
Yeah, you
So,
like it? I really.
you-
It's not. You don't want it to go for too long, but you don't want it to be just like a one clap. You need like 3 or 4 is the nice little, and then the fist pump at the end.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, no,
it's really important.
yeah, me and Dossa used to play together. I was a gun at that. Like that was one of my
we're pretty good.
star
I was
moves.
good as well.
Yeah.
But myself and Bowie are the coaches for the Dolphin team. So we're really looking forward to making some really hard decisions on the players, and we want to get the best out of the players. So yeah, we're looking forward to our debut game on Tuesday night. So stay tuned for that
When is round one?
next Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, next
Oh wow.
Tuesday.
Gotta
Yeah,
get the suit. Gotta get the suit ready.
yeah, I know. I know. We got to.
Shit.
I'll get the clipboard. So
Yeah, I'll bring the book with the notes.
get
Yeah,
out the next time we play 'em, Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
love that.
Keen for that. Chee-hoo!
What division are we in? E grade,
H grade.
H grade.
H for Harrison because he's the best bench warmer.
We said last night, Bo, we're like, what should our champ be? And Jared Gilbo was like, Dolphins on 3, 3, 2, 1, and then he did like the dolphin sound. It was so funny.
Yeah, that's good. I like that one.
So that's
We'll use that going in.
that's what we're rocking with.
Yeah, love it.
All
All right,
right.
we're getting a little bit off topic here, but that's all right. So
What's
we'll
new for us?
move on to our next segment that we got here. Got down the US Open tennis. So I hate the tennis. So any of you two want to talk about it, you can go ahead.
I know a little bit, but you know anything?
Oh, yeah, I saw the results. Djokovic obviously destroying Medvedev, and Coco Gauff coming in for the women's. So that was like Djokovic is a star. He's he's pretty damn good at his job. So, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't really watch it. I know there was a lot of complaining about the heat as well. It was 30 degrees. Like honestly,
Grow up.
seriously.
It's fucking hot in those courts, so I must say. It's like being out in the middle when you're playing cricket. It's like 10 degrees hotter on the
Yeah.
court.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I think that's Djokovic's 24th major. So that's
Man can play
impressive.
tennis, but he's a wanker.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's very impressive. Medvedev again falls short. Like I swear he's been short that many times. Obviously he was the one who lost to Rafa in that comeback, wasn't he?
Yep.
Oz Open. Yeah, so he's doesn't mind a bit of a short straw in the grand final.
No, he does not.
But I think that's all we got for US Open, unless any of you boys have something else.
No, I got no clue about tennis.
I hate
No.
tennis. So nothing from me.
We'll move on to the NFL then.
Ooh.
See Big Rogers' injury.
Yes, fourth drive of the game does his Achilles, apparently, they reckon.
Shoot.
Wow.
So Big move by Rodgers to leave Green Bay after I think it's 17 years, I believe. Opening drive for his new team, and he blows out his ACL. Could be, I would think, the end of his career, most likely. If it's a
ACL
full
or his Achilles?
Achilles, I mean, if he does his Achilles, I think that'll be the end of his career.
Yeah, I reckon. Oh well, he's made 70 million AUD, so it doesn't matter.
So he's Jets still did get the win though. Zach Wilson came in and played
Yeah,
extremely well, but with help by the defense. What's his name? Isaiah Whitehead had 3 interceptions, so it's a big game by him.
do you see on the other end of New York? Did you see that end result? The Giants
Yeah, they got shut out real bad.
far out, 40 to what, 6 or something?
40-0. They got shut out. So
Yeah,
what's his name? Danny
well,
Dimes sucks.
yeah,
He had a total of I think 5 yards in 7 drives, and he threw 2 interceptions.
yeah.
So he struggled, but the Cowboys are looking like a powerhouse. Their defense was unstoppable. Started
Yeah,
by Micah Parsons. Um, I think they could be one of the favorites, and it's sad to say that because I cannot stand the Cowboys, but they are
yeah.
playing some very good football right now.
I went to the Cowboys stadium in America.
Yeah,
Just for those who wondering, I don't know if you can get that. No,
can't really see it, but we'll back you.
just man, the cheerleaders. I got to go into the
Oh,
Dallas
lovely!
Cowboys cheerleaders.
You've been
So
having the time of your life.
no, can't say. Yeah, it was a great stadium. I'd love to go and watch an NFL game there. That's for sure.
Yeah. So, do you boys know much about the NFL?
No.
I keep track on it. I'm not a massive fan, but I do like to keep track on it. Yeah, it's pretty entertaining.
Do you have a prediction for who's going to be the MVP this year?
Oh, I'm just gonna go the default
Mm,
Patrick Mahomes. Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
I think I'm going to go with Tua Tagovailoa. I think
Ooh,
he had what do you have 460 odd yards, 4 TDs. I
yeah,
mean, if you throw into Tyreek Hill, it's hard to miss. Tyreek dominated 2 touchdowns, 215 yards. He could be in for an MVP season, the first ever wide receiver he could be. I've seen a bit
yeah,
of whispers about that. And if he's going to go off for 2,000 yards and have 20 touchdowns and break records, I think we could be seeing an MVP wide receiver in the making.
that would be very impressive. Very
Got
impressive.
to
Yeah,
keep it up, but I think he might be able to.
yeah.
Speaking of Mahomes, Chiefs did lose the opening game of the season. Big
But
loss by the Chiefs early.
Yeah, I did see that,
Did you
but
watch any of the game? Because I watched the game and
no, I didn't. I didn't watch it. I just saw the result there. But yeah,
nothing Mahomes could have done. Kadarius Toney is got to be one of the worst wide receivers I've ever seen. Targeted 7 times, dropped 4, and
yeah,
one of
wow,
his drops was wide open. He fumbled it up in the air, and they ran it for a pick six.
yeah,
He single-handedly lost in the game, I reckon.
wow.
Crucial drives, and he just dropped it. So
Jeez.
yeah, so I won't go into any more because we could talk for hours on it, but that's the first week down, and I think the favourites right now will be the Dolphins, I reckon. So
Cheehoo.
could be in for a big year, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Righty, we'll move on to the NRL. Anyone got something for the NRL?
No, I didn't actually catch
uh,
any of it.
yeah, I'll go through it. I
Yeah.
didn't watch any of the games, but I was checking the scores. So Friday night, the Broncos beat the Storm 26-0. So bit of a shellacking, and unfortunately, Ryan Pappenhausen in his second game back for the Storm suffered a fractured right ankle, so his season is done.
And he just came back as well.
Yeah, only just came back. So shout out to Pap and Hausen. Hopefully his recovery is good and we see him back out on the field soon. Penrith continued their dominant run, defeating the New Zealand Warriors 32-6, putting them into a prelim. On Saturday as well, the Sydney Roosters defeated the Cronulla Sharks by 1 point, 13-12. What was a good game. I think it was a golden point to win it there. And then Sunday, the Newcastle Knights defeated the Canberra Raiders 30-28. So, which means the Storm have a date with the Roosters on Friday night at 7:50, and the Warriors play the Knights on Saturday. But just quickly, Melbourne Storm play Sydney Roosters at 7:50 at Amy Park on Friday night. And Carlton play Melbourne at 7:50 at the G on Friday night.
It's a bit of a clash.
What the fuck? Good luck getting home. There'll be 140,000 people at Richmond Station.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun way to get home that night.
Fuck that.
And some people are Storm fans as well as
Yep.
Carlton. It's just they should have done a Thursday night game on one of them. It's just dumb.
It is dumb. They probably could have thought it through a bit better.
Well, if we're talking about it, bloody hell.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I reckon the AFL knew. And they just want... They always do this shit. They always announce stuff at the worst times, and they always get people say something about it.
Yeah.
But it gets people talking about it, so they love it.
Yeah, exactly right. That's it.
Interesting. So I think it's pretty much a 2-team race. Penrith Panthers and Brisbane Broncos in the NRL this year. So
yep.
Would be very surprised if any other team won it. So that's NRL. So
there you go.
Harry, take it away, mate.
Yeah, are we into the segments now, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Alrighty, so seeing as though we have no Blake Tennant to introduce Caden's segment and his favourite, I'm going to hand it over to BT this one. So we're going to give it to a new tenant to give it a go and give us, I guess, his rev up for Caden. So you want to give us a go, Bowie?
Yes. So
it's all right, so take your time. You can warm up.
I was about to say it.
Oh, sorry, mate.
There you go. Where's Doss's microphone, actually? Doss's multi.
Yeah, you sound exactly like Blakey, mate.
Thanks,
unfortunately.
Mate. Really good. We'll quickly touch on last week's multi. Unfortunately, we had another one-leg loss, so shattering times.
Nothing new for you, mate. They all seem to lose by one.
3 weeks, 3 times I've had one-leg losses.
I'm literally living on soup now, mate.
Sorry, mate. Brisbane beat Port in the AFL. Brisbane beat Port in the AFLW. Gold Coast beat West Coast in the AFLW. Newcastle beat Canberra in the NRL. But unfortunately, Canada lost to Slovenia in the No, or did they beat Slovenia?
No, Slovenia. I don't know.
Hang on, I thought I put it on Canada Serbia.
You don't even know if you've won.
It could be bloody rich now. You don't even know.
This could be interesting here. Where do I see more games? Here we go.
Always trust the bloke that can't put the multi on.
This would be massive.
Against Slovenia, they won.
So your multi did win, and you just have no fucking clue, you dickhead.
Yep, it fucking won.
You're
I
a
honestly
dumbass.
Give it any chance because I thought I put it on Serbia versus Canada. Oh well, there you go. So Bowie, you got fillet steak for dinner tomorrow night, I think, mate.
Yeah, mate. Fish and chips. And
Kelly cooking that up for you, is she?
Yeah, right now, mate. No,
you lucky man. I can't wait to come over.
Only special people are allowed.
Yeah, I come for leftovers.
There's no leftovers when Blakey's here, mate. Come on.
Jesus.
My hot tip last week, Captain Amelia didn't win, unfortunately, because there's a reason why it didn't win.
Game 6.
J-Mac has injured himself.
He has, unfortunately.
No.
Won't be at the start of the spring carnival.
He's got a fracture in his left foot. and is going to return at the back end of the spring carnival. So, Bo, we're fucked.
No betting
Mate.
on the fucking spring carnival this year.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, when you might get injured, but when you go home to his wife, I mean,
yeah, she goes all right. He's
that's definitely no saying, whip it, J-Mac!
yeah, fuck.
You boys all right? Do we need to get some cancelling in, or you all right?
Yeah, send us our way on the ASAP, mate, because we're gonna have to find a new jockey to bet on, Bo, because fuck.
Yeah, we'll have to find one.
You might
There'll
have
be
to
one
turn,
out there.
you might have to turn to Damien Oliver fans.
No, I hate him.
Jamie Carr, maybe.
Yeah.
So you got a plate full of Coke, you'll be good to go.
uh,
Anyway, we'll go through this week's multi. First leg, GWS to beat Port Adelaide, $2.35.
I like it.
Second leg, Melbourne Storm to defeat Sydney Roosters, $1.27. Third leg, Philadelphia Eagles to defeat Minnesota Vikings in the NFL, $1.30.
I like that one. That's a good one right there.
Thanks, mate. Just coming from my NFL heart, you know.
Yep.
Man City to beat West Ham in the EPL, $1.44.
Yep.
North Melbourne to defeat Geelong in the AFLW, $1.29. And Freo to defeat Hawthorn in the AFLW, $1.59. So
This might be a multi you have to get on here.
this is juicy odds too. Your power play, you get 13.30.
Oh boy, I might have to get on this one then.
On that, I reckon. Bowie, jump on it, mate.
Yeah, no, I'm getting on this right now.
And
You want to send it through on the group chat, please, Bowie, so I can get on it, mate?
yeah, I'll send it through. And my hot tip for this week is on Friday, Bendigo Race 3, number 6, Favourite Child. It's opened at $7, so I expect it to go down a bit. It's got some good form.
Inside information from Dossa.
No inside.
Is that Tony's tip?
No tip. Just I like
Straight from Jamie Carr's nose.
Sorry, it's on Thursday at Bendigo. I've followed Favourite Child for a little bit.
Is that because you aren't the favourite child in the household? Or
I'm the favourite child, mate.
I don't think you are, mate.
I am.
Frankie is. Why not Julie?
Yeah. But
that's Steg's favourite.
That's Doss's multi wrapped up. So I'll hand it over to whoever's taken over.
Go to BT here with his segment. What segment are you going with, mate?
Bo's Ruffy. Yes. All right. So obviously taking over this role a bit. Not doing anyone any favors recently. I don't even want to go into last week's one. Kind of, yeah. Well, after Doss's one got up, I'm sort of off the soup, back onto fish and chips and steak. But this multi will get you up. Trust me, this is like a lock-in. We're going to start off. It's only a 3-legger, so trust me on this one. We've got Sheffield United to beat Tottenham
Fucking hell.
this Sunday. They're
Do we want to know the odds?
$11. Yeah, no, that's a lock-in.
It's actually going to put Tottenham in my multi.
And then we got in the NFL after the injury of Aaron Rodgers. I'm actually going to put New York Jets to beat Dallas for Harry's sake. Obviously, he doesn't like the Cowboys, so we hope they get up there.
Fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah, they did pretty well. They're playing at Dallas, so that's a bit of a worry. But no, they'll get up. What are you talking about?
Love that confidence.
Yeah, they're going in. Oh shit, where'd it go? They're going in around $3.82. And then we got Dossa went the Storm. I'm going the Roosters at $3.78. So that's pretty. That'll be a good battle there, mate.
Yep.
So they'll get you odds of 1860 if my maths is correct. As always, guys, gamble irresponsibly and chuck the house on it to get some steak on your plate.
Hey, I've got odds of 188 to 1.
Yeah, your odds are so off, I think, mate. I don't know. Last week your odds were so, but you said it was like $100, and I got the odds at like $1,300.
How good's that then? You ripper.
108.
Yeah, well,
Oh man.
there you go. I need to do my maths, obviously.
Don't add
So-
that's not how it works.
You don't add it, yeah.
together.
No. I was like adding it onto a bet slip.
Your bet slip must be fucked then. There's no way it equals that.
Oh shit. Anyway, we'll fix that up for next segment. But yeah, that's Bo's Ruffy.
Such a beautiful voice.
It is. That's soothing. It's like a warm hug. Well, I'll rip into my one then. So my segment is, if I remember it, I do this every week and I always forget. Oh, hot take. Mine, it's not really that hot, I don't think, but I know Caden will agree with me straight away.
Yeah.
Colton are better without Harry Mackay.
Yeah, they are.
I don't know.
You
That's
don't think
a tough. I wouldn't say they're better. No,
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't say they're better. I would. He set up the first 2 goals of the game on the weekend. I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I reckon he's a good player. He'd be a great player at any other team, I reckon, actually. I know that's a pretty big take, but like he's come close to the Coleman that many years. Like he's still a good player.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Well, I got a little multi, so I'm going to do a multi every week for the NFL because that's the sport I watch a fair bit. And I got a little 3-legger here. Got the Philadelphia Eagles, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Miami Dolphins to win. You put those 3 on, you get $2.83.
Gee,
So
that's not big odds, mate.
no, I'm not big odds like you, man. I'm not going for the roughies. I'm going for the winners, the ones that help you pay for the big roughies.
The sirloin steaks.
Yeah. So mine just gets you your fish and chips every week.
That's good.
Mine gets the chicken schnitzel and gravy then.
Oh, that is a naughty combo.
And I'm not going there.
Very...
Actually, I've got to ask that question to the viewers. When you go to a pub, you order a parma, right? Not a chicken schnitzel with gravy.
I would order a chicken parma, but fuck, I love a good chicken schnitzel.
God.
You can't go wrong with it.
Just need to grow up a bit, eh?
Sorry,
Yeah.
mate.
I just realised I've just gone onto the Instagram for our Dolphins basketball page, and I don't follow Bo Tennant.
Yeah, I just copped a follow request.
Oh, I just looked. I was like, who did I follow here? It's fucking Bo Tennant.
Jeez.
You're kidding me.
I think I need to give the person in the bio a follow as well.
But we'll give the Dolphins basketball. Follow that on Instagram. That's our Dolphins basketball fan page.
Yep.
So that will be going. We'll be posting on that every week. Our MVP and stats and all that.
Yeah, me and Dossa will try our best to do some videos from the sidelines as well. So get around that.
Yeah, love it.
Should be good fun. Yes.
So
have we got another segment? I think Blakey's got his real or overreaction segment. I'm not too sure if any of you boys have anything. But I will start us off. I actually saw something on the weekend that was really like, I got a bit emotional. Dossa brought it up recently. Is Ryan Pappenhausen done?
I would say no. I would say it's overreaction.
Yeah, 2 ACLs. You reckon he can keep going?
I think he can.
I think he'll come back, but I don't think he'll be.
He won't be the same player. That's what I'm thinking.
Only 25 as well, so
yeah.
Pretty sad for a 25-year-old to be that injury prone, but
yeah. I got another one. and that is Jacob Van Ruin. He should have. Has his verdict come out? How many weeks did he get? Does
One,
anyone
I
know?
think.
1 week.
Yeah, mine was. I reckon he should have got 2. Is that a real statement or is that an overreaction?
I'm saying real.
I'm saying, yeah,
Yeah.
should have got 2.
I think you should have got a bit more.
He's probably
Yeah.
lucky that McStay didn't get concussed either, otherwise you could have easily been
It
looking.
saved him.
Yeah, I agree because that was like I thought that was the worst one of the lot. I reckon that was worse than the Jack Martin incident. And I think like he did say to McStay like he didn't hit him. Like, come on, mate, you almost bloody broke his jaw. So, but yeah, they're the only 2 I've got.
Is there any
So,
update on the Jack Martin tribunal hearing?
can't say anything.
I've just got the update here. The tribunal is now deliberating, so it's been quicker than fucking Maynard's.
Certainly has been.
Yep, that's about it though.
Yeah, I've got nothing else. You got anything else, Caden?
The Blakey segment, you mean, or just in general?
Just in general, mate.
Nah, nothing much really. Good episode again from the lads.
Yep, make sure you send us in some questions from our Instagram if you've sent us some or anything. Blakey wasn't here obviously, and he's forgotten the password to the Instagram, so he's the only one that's got any access. So we'll get to that next week if anyone sent anything in.
Yeah.
And I think that's about it. Thanks for listening, everyone, for another week.
Got a few big guests coming up as well.
Yeah,
weeks. So
we do.
We might try promote the guests a little bit earlier before we I reckon.
Yep, get them all excited to listen.
Yeah, so should be good. So look out for that. Thanks again for coming on, Bowie.
Pleasure, mate. It's lovely to be on this every week. I'll tell you that right now. So
you're a regular now, mate. So I can't wait to have a beer with you on Saturday.
Yep, and a beer with you Tuesday night.
Tuesday night.
The Dolphins debut game.
Oh yes, sorry. Yes, I thought you meant tonight. I was like, what are you talking about? Yep. Harry, I'll look forward to seeing you on Friday, mate.
Yep, I'll look forward to seeing you bright and early for a couple of beers.
Yep. For the viewers out there, we've got our BNF on Friday night, so forward to that.
Who do you reckon's going to win it, mate? Who's your hot tip?
I think Aussie Smith will power home, to be honest.
Yep. Harry?
I'm going with Caden, Aussie Smith.
Yep.
So, yeah. Wouldn't you make an appearance, aren't you, Bowie, to the Sporting Globe?
Yeah. I might just come for a couple and then venture my way upstairs and see how I go. So,
yeah. Get you up there, mate. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Hey,
very good, guys.
Very good, boys. All right. Well, we'll wrap things up there. Thanks again. Thanks for hosting tonight, Harry. You did a great job. So.
No problem, mate. Oh, anytime. Seriously.
Yeah.
No problem.
You're switched on tonight, so.
I was fucking on the ball, wasn't I?
Go and enjoy an ice cream or something.
Oh, don't say that because I'll love a good ice cream.
See you, boys.